she always got groups together. She was very creative. She loved to play games. She loved people. Didn't get into too much trouble. She knew her job.
Her laughter, her love for music, her love for dance, and her courage to always speak up and speak her mind. Even in middle school, she was already a champion for Black people in the Black community, always reminding us how brilliant and beautiful our Blackness was and still is. From 13 to 30, I watched my friend, my sister grow, expand, blossom, and mature throughout the years into the beautiful woman that she was. As time passed, Taylor never lost her courage to speak up and use her voice. Instead, she took her courage and passion and pursued education in journalism and podcasting, starting Blue Cup conversations, sharing her unique thoughts, ideas, and perspectives.
I treasure the fact that we would sit for hours in the freezing cold just talking, and my mind is still blown at how long our conversations could go on. This lesson is hard, one I would never expected to learn. I guess sometimes you don't know what you need, and that's what I've learned. I needed to be reminded to love well. I needed to be reminded not to miss an opportunity. I needed to be reminded to let the small things go. I needed to be reminded that people are valuable. I needed to be reminded to carefully steward the hearts that God had entrusted to me. I needed to be reminded to live my life well. And I needed to be reminded that time, though it seems like there's a lot of it, is but a small commodity here on earth.
Is meet a girl with a hey girl, somebody you don't know, somebody you do know, meet up with a hey girl. Because that's what Taylor would have done. It don't matter if they have on a stank face, if they got a stank attitude, or you think they have on a stank face. Think about Taylor. They probably just don't have their glasses on. So be humble. The women, say hey girl, uplift your sisters. I know there's always a lot of competition out in this world with social media and all this stuff about like you gotta be better than this person, that person. But Taylor was about genuine love. Taylor could meet somebody for the first time and I would think she knew them her whole life. And then find out when we got in the car, she'd be like, girl, did you know her? No, I didn't know her. How cool is this woman? Yeah, this is for you, my young men. Do better, okay? That's for Taylor. Do better. I'm gonna go through this full point. To the men, know that you are loved. There are strong women out here just as passionate as Taylor, choosing to fight for you, to be seen, to be protected, to make sure that you have your rights, and to be lifted up. But also remember our women, and just like Taylor, they need you to do the same things. Number 4 is, look at God. If you know Taylor, it could be the smallest thing. We could have found a piece of gum when we thought we didn't have any gum, and she'd be like, well, look at God. It could have been some extra money. It could have been a revelation. It could have been her noticing that somebody wasn't as real as she thought they were. Look at God. Taylor hardly ever complained, and that's what I'm trying to keep in my spirit about Taylor. She hardly ever complained. Number 5 is let me find my glasses and put them on. She didn't feel understood. She didn't feel appreciated. She didn't feel accepted. She didn't feel truly seen, and I know that's a shock, but these are facts.
I remember that a lot of the students there weren't too happy because it was the first year of this school and their parents probably took them from their other school and put them there, so they weren't excited. Taylor was not excited to be in my class. But I knew as a teacher I had to win the class over, and I knew I needed to do that by finding a popular student. And so, yes, Taylor I saw was one of the popular students. And all the students would probably follow her lead, which they did. So I won her over not by my fabulous writing or reading or math lessons, but when I introduced song to learn the multiplication facts, we did poetry, we had a couple of meetings, but I got it together. I was able to follow Taylor through Facebook. I'm so glad that some of the young people still use Facebook so that the older people can see what they're doing with their lives. Thank you so much. Our poems, and I looked this morning, there was a picture of us and a selfie that we took at that event. And the caption on Facebook said, "Thank you to my student Taylor, because I don't know how to take a selfie." And she took the selfie for us, so I still have a picture. But anyway, those are my thoughts of my Taylor.
Convo's podcast is a show that was created, produced, and hosted by Taylor Lynn McClure in 2020. Blue Cup Convos was her passion. It's a platform for her to express her opinions, discuss relevant topics, and post interviews and give her reviews on shows, music, and concerts. It was a place that she could encourage others and be her authentic self. So today we're going to hear about the show in Taylor's own words, as well as feature highlights from some of her very special episodes. So stay tuned as we honor the gifts and talents of my beautiful niece, the one and only Taylor Lynn McClure. Family, let's take a peek into the first episode of Blue Cup Convos.
What's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in to Blue Cup Convos. You are now tuned in with your host, Tay. We're in the building, okay? We lit right now. I'm excited we finally got this podcast rolling. Let's get it cracking, okay? Thank y'all for tuning in, however you got here. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Really, I just want to thank y'all. I am so grateful. I'm beyond grateful. Okay, I'm past grateful. I am excited to get this thing together. Blue Cup Convos is
her activism, her work in the Black Student Union, her help in creating the Ashe Center at our college.
When I arrived there, I was blessed to find that Sac City's BSU was helping host that event. So I left my son for a few hours, and I came back to pick him up. He was about 12. When I picked him up, folks who were presenting that day asked, "Who's this boy's mom?" And I thought, Lord, my child has done something he had no business doing. I raised my hand, and I remember both Joshua and Taylor sharing with me how proud they were of my son and his familiarity with white privilege, with white supremacy, at just 12 years old. And it was at that point that Taylor and I connected. She immediately asked for my phone number. I was at Sac State. She was interested in some organizations and potentially transferring there. And we stayed connected. Neither one of us.
As Taylor Lynn McClure has advanced the mission of hearts of Sacramento City College through her 11 years of steadfast advancement, passion, commitment, as an impactful leader, and action-driven motivator. The last conversation I believe I had with Taylor was at an open hour of the president. And she asked our president to have a student-led convocation. And it was such a beautiful idea.
The tough times we bless the Lord, yes. Come what may, God still deserves our praise. Whether we want to believe it or not, beloved, all of us will have days like this. Right now, this is the McClure Smith family. Today, but rest assured, beloved, our day will come. Jesus put it this way, in this world you shall have tribulation. Not might have tribulation, not I think you're going to have tribulation, not you just may happen upon some trials or troubles in your life. Anybody ever lived long enough to know you have some trouble that comes in your way? You didn't ask for it, you didn't want it, it don't feel good, but nonetheless trouble came your way. Are y'all listening to me?
We just want to thank everybody for all your love over there. It's on the radio, we don't really hear it. I just want to thank everybody for all your love and support, generosity, your donations, everything you've done. We really appreciate it from the time it started up until now. And I know my St. Paul family, my church family, my children's friends, anybody that they've encountered over the years, you guys will be here for us. And they ask us what we need, maybe nothing now, but definitely later. So please continue to keep us in your prayers. And I just wanted to say that, Taylor, I'm at peace, and people keep saying, you're so strong, you're doing this, but it's the God in me.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, brother.
You heard a lot today. My prayer is that you allow that to marinate on the palates of your spirit. About 11 people coming to the Lord, but this one don't make sense. If I can be candid, I mean, I'm all for a party. The only person that can get me out of the house to party is my sister. But she would also want me to be real, authentic, and Pastor told me to pray about it, so I did that. Not to be crazy. However, there's a lot of people here today. Amen. Love you. 30 years of that. I'm not saying that. That's what they said to her. It's 30 years of that she missed out on. Because so often, we let people just sit idle in our face. We don't take advantage of the opportunity. People don't come into your life by mistake. They're not in front of you by mistake. If you have an awkward with your brother, you should fix it. The minute my sister passed, I smelt regret and guilt on a lot of people's breath. And I said, you know what? I'm glad I love my sister well. So I cried because I lived it up when she was here. And, you know, and I'm still going to cry. I mean, this is another piece of it. We did time together in my mama's womb. But we got out.